So Chris Eubank Jr. gives, in my money, the best performance of his career against Liam Smith. Just first off the bat, I just want to say, in my last prediction, I didn't think Chris Eubank Jr. could do it. I just felt like his time was over. I don't know what happened in this fight, but I said I made a little bit of a joke because Chris Eubank was saying that he only needs like 50% to beat Liam Smith before the first fight, and then obviously he got stopped. And I said as a joke that the only way that he's going to beat him in the rematch was if he's at 150%. And to be honest with you, I think he was at 150% because that's the best I've seen Chris Eubank ever look in his career. I mean, I've seen him have several fights, and he has given quite good performances, but I think this might be the best that he's ever looked, in the sense that if you take into account the context of the situation. Now, there's been two performances that he's done in the past where he's looked pretty impressive. I think when he fought Avni Yildirim and he stopped him, that was a quite an impressive performance. Also, if you look at when he fought Arthur Abraham, again, that was another impressive performance, but obviously Arthur Abraham was past his prime. The James DeGale fight is kind of similar to the Arthur Abraham fight in the sense that he gave a good performance, but it was against an opponent that was past his prime. But today, yesterday, when he fought Liam Smith was coming off a knockout win against him, a TKO, and for him to go in there, and I know Liam Smith has got excuses like because of the weight cut and he had a back injury and all this. But let's be real, he was coming off a win against Eubank Jr., so he was, you could essentially say, in his prime. So for Eubank to destroy his demons and go in there against Liam Smith and give such a great performance, I mean, it says a lot about how good he is as a fighter, and I think he's come leaps and bounds with Bomac. I don't understand how Bomac in the space of one training camp has managed to turn him around this drastically, because maybe for the first time in his career he's starting to take instructions from a trainer and starting to learn how to actually listen to a trainer and actually have faith in their instructions, because a lot of people have said that Eubank Jr. is notoriously hard to train, difficult to train, because he always thinks he knows better. So, in my opinion, I think this was a very impressive performance. Obviously, he dropped him in the fourth round with an uppercut. But before that, he was just teeing off combinations, and it just seemed like Liam Smith just did not get started in the entire fight. He just did not seem like he was all there. He seemed like his I don't know what it was, but he just looked sluggish, slow. He could not get his punches off. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he landed one, like, obviously he threw punches, there's no denying that, but I don't think he managed to land one hard shot on Eubank. Eubank just completely teed off on him and completely destroyed him, and then he managed to stop him in the I think it was the 10th or the 11th round. He managed to stop him, or the referee came in and threw in the towel. So yeah, this is a very impressive performance. I think this definitely is, in my opinion, the best performance of his career. He has had other good performances, but if you take into the context that he's beaten someone that TKO'd him in his last fight, and on top of that, like, Liam Smith is a good fighter. Now, don't get it twisted, he's not elite. He's not like a Canelo or Golovkin, but he did win a legitimate world title in the WBO title, and he's been in there with good fighters like Canelo, Jesse Vargas. So Liam Smith is legitimate. Let's not forget he beat Eubank in his last fight before this fight. So he's a legitimate fighter. So for Eubank to beat him, this is definitely the best win of his career. And I feel like he's come leaps and bounds since his last fight. And to be honest, it kind of seems a bit miraculous, because before I said I just don't think it's going to happen. But somehow he's managed to actually do it. He's managed to beat someone who obviously beat him in his previous fight. So tell me what you think below. What do you think about this performance? I think this was one of the most impressive performances. And if you look at it, Liam Smith just looked like a sitting duck in there. He did not look like he was all there. For some reason, he was so sluggish and he was so out of it that he might have not just showed up, man. If I was him, like, if I felt like that, I probably would not have just shown up, because he just did not seem like he was there. He could not get himself going at all. So yeah, I think this could be a turning point for both of their careers. Obviously, Eubank could go on to do bigger paydays. But for Liam Smith, if I was Liam Smith, I'll be pushing for the third fight because that could be a potential big payday. Um, so yeah, that's just my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think about what I'm saying? Do you think what I'm saying is true, or do you think uh I don't know what I'm speaking about? To be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. I think this could be a turning point in his career if he can stick with Bomac and keep her progressing. I mean, in one fight, he's managed to get Bomac. He managed to get Eubank on this level. So imagine if he has 3, 4 fights with Bomac. I mean, he could completely transform himself. So yeah, this is what I think. Tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.